We just got back from some of the best vintage shopping that I've had in Paris. I wanted to show you the couple of pieces that I got while I was out in Le Marais. If you know me, you know that I do a ton of shopping all across Paris, but vintage shopping has a very special place in my heart. So let me show you what I got. Two items. The first is a vintage Celine bag. She is absolutely gorgeous. The second is by a local designer here in Paris that kind of sells into some of the smaller shops. Incredible quality, real Italian leather, like just gorgeous. What's so funny is when I first walked into the shop 2 days ago, I saw both of these bags, didn't buy either. I'm a firm believer that like if you see something and you love it, leave, let it sit, let it marinate, and if it sticks with you over the next couple of days in Paris, out of everything that you see, you should definitely buy it. So of course I went back 2 days later. The first day I went with my friend Jackie, and this time I went with my friend Aaliyah. And with like one of the reasons why it was so funny is when I first walked in, the first bag that I saw was by the smaller designer. I picked it up, I was like, this is amazing. And then the second bag that I picked up was the Celine bag. What's so funny is when Aaliyah walked in this time, she was like, oh my God, that bag is amazing. It was that same first bag that I picked up. And so as soon as she picked up that one, I wasn't even planning to get that one. I was like, you know what? This is speaking to me so much. I need to get it. And if it's speaking to her too, and she's like the fashion girly as well too, I should get it. So let me show you both of the pieces. I'll stop yapping. Let me show you how they look. I'm so excited. Okay, I guess I'll start with the vintage Celine. Here is the first piece. It is the vintage Celine. I am so excited to show you. Let's do this. 7 boys and girls in Le Marais. It is on a row with a ton of other vintage shops. If you're in the mood to shop designer, they have a ton of vintage designer, but also like a lot of clothing as well too. I was not in the mood to shop clothing, like absolutely not. I was in, I was out, I was ready to shop bags, nothing else. Ooh, you guys. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Comes with the Celine dust bag. Like they are for real. And one of the reasons why I love 7 Boys and Girls is they've been in business for 12 years, very reputable, and they are also a part of the network where you get tax back. Very few vintage shops are a part of that. So I was really excited to shop here because not only did I pay a much lower price than I would for this at retail, I also get tax back at the airport. So I'm gonna get about 110 dollars in tax back in about a month. So very excited. Let me show you. Sorry, I'm yapping, but I just want y'all, if you go to Paris, I want you to feel prepared and ready and that you know where to go. She's so, do you guys see this? She is so cute. One of the things that you may not be able to see is that she has a little Celine tag here, real fur here, and then the interior, like one of the things you always want to make sure when you buy bags is that the interior is in like spotless condition, and it is. This is such a gorgeous piece. And one thing that I specifically checked is that it can fit underneath my shoulder. Like that's one of the things that you want to make sure. Like yes, you love to hold a bag on your shoulder or you love to hold it in your hand, but you also want to make sure in crowded tight spaces it tucks right underneath your shoulder. And this does, so it has the perfect drop strap to be able to do that. I love it. The price on this was 680 euro, and I will get tax back on that as well too, as I mentioned before. So it should be something like 12% back. Gorgeous. I'm a very big proponent of like bags that are fun but still neutral in a way, and so that often means that I'm playing with texture, with fur, with a lot of different like croc, snakeskin, things like that that are still in a neutral palette because they'll go with a lot of different outfits. I've kind of given up on like the big flashy avant-garde bags because they just don't really make sense. They don't. I bought a really gorgeous Marni bag in Paris 3 years ago. I promise you I've not worn it once. I've not worn it once because it's a beautiful piece, very avant-garde, but it was hot pink. So what is that really doing for me? But yeah, really gorgeous bag. I'm so excited about it. Let me know what you think. I think for a vintage Celine, and I think this was somewhere in the 1990s. I need to look a little bit more deeply. I think this was a great deal. Let me know what you think. And then the second bag that I got, I'm so excited to show you guys. I love supporting smaller designers that are trying to make it in Paris. You know what I mean? Like, Paris was built to support artists and craftsmen and writers and poets and all of that. So anytime I can support smaller businesses, I do. But especially as it relates to like fashion and the arts. The last time I was here, I went through an obsession with French films. Honestly, I had no idea what the fuck was going on, but I went anyway and didn't even speak a lick of French, but I'm just always going to support the arts. So now that I have it open, let me show you what's in here. Oh, you guys, it's so fire. Look how fire this is. Look at the shape, like, y'all, Italian leather, real cowhide, please. Please, and it's such a good size. This could be like a spend a night bag, or this could be like a bag that you just wear to lunch with a friend. That's what I love about it. But what's also really cool is it has a strap, a shoulder strap. And it's like a completely different design to where it makes it just a little bit more casual, a little bit more fun. I feel like this was such a good find, 240 euros, and I get 12% cashback, tax-free. So really into it. Let me know what you think. Here's what it looks like. It's brand new. So everything like is perfect on the inside because it was just made. It was just produced. So here's how it looks on the inside. 7 Boys and Girls go. Like, you should go. You should literally go the next time you're in Paris. Okay, but that's everything that I got vintage wise. I also got like a small little tie from Zara when we were on the hunt for Aaliyah, and I just felt like these brooches were so cute. And they can really dress up an outfit. Honestly, it would go with this one, but just a little avant-garde, almost like Janelle Monáe vibe. I don't know, I was into it. Something like 35 or something euros, who knows. But we were in a rush and I was kind of blacking out just because we hadn't eaten all day. So I don't really know how much that cost. But yeah, let me know what you think of my pieces. If you have any questions about shopping in Paris, I am like your go-to. I also recently got a stylist here and she's been so helpful in just helping me find the places that align with like my style, my aesthetic. So again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be watching. Bye y'all.